Hi there, my name is Faldo, and I'm going to give you a small introduction to Europa Universalis 4. It's a grand strategy game created by Paradox Interactive, and it's been released now for about 2 years. And I really like this game, and I think a lot of the tutorials are a bit outdated, so I'm going to create a new one, give you a small introduction, and then I will have a play session with some easy countries, and then you will learn more about the game. If you're interested in this game, you can always buy this game during a sale. I think every month or two there's a sale from Paradox for most of their games. So if you're low on budgets, you can always wait for next sale. So let's begin with a single player. As you can see, you have the possibility to select different nations. This game is about nations. And contrary to maybe Crusaders King that you know from Paradox, you're not playing with one person. You're playing with the whole nation. So if your lineage dies here, it's no problem. You can always you always have the option to continue. This is one of the bigger differences between Crusaders King 2 and Europa Universalis 4. There are a lot of similarities also because it's created on the same engine, so if you know, if you have played Crusaders King 2, you will be much faster in understanding the game. So, as you can see, you can choose between all the nations that were existing in 1444, and as you can see here, and you can even select undiscovered tribes to start with and go from there. Or you can go to the eastern countries like China, Ming Dynasty, and Mongolia, etc. But we are going to focus first on Europe because this is the easier area to start with. They are more advanced. They will let you advance much faster in the game. As with more like the Muslim countries, you have a penalty on technology, so your technology will grow much slower until you are westernized and you have the same speed as Western countries. But we will go much more detail when you're in game because it's going to be a lot of information, and I don't want to bore you to death with just information. I want to show you some action. So I'm going to pick Castile. It's also recommended by the game as a starter country for new players, and I know the basic game mechanics of the game, but I'm really not that an expert of the game. But I think to start with is only the basic actions are needed to know, and then you will learn a lot if you start playing yourself. And the more campaigns you play, the more you will learn. So yeah. So on the left you can see some historic events that you can choose to start with. I usually start at 1444. It gives you more time to do your thing. And on the right you see your country attributes. I'm going to go over them very quickly because we will see them more in detail when we start playing. But so we selected Castile. Castile is a kingdom. The kingdom gives you some extra bonuses, like extra diplomat, some extra income from vessels, and your manpower modifier will be increased. But if you have never played this game, this will mean nothing for you, so I'm going to skip over it very easily. This is your ruler, your current ruler. You see some stats from him. then your technology level, your IDs. Each nation has its own set of IDs that they want to achieve in the future. So this will be unlocked during your gameplay. Then you see how many provinces you have, like Crusaders King 2. This is also your nations are divided in provinces, and you have 22 provinces to start with, as you can see. Each dotted line gives the border of a province. And your development across all the provinces together. So if you have rich provinces, you will get higher development. Higher development means better economy and manpower, etc. And your fort level. Some provinces contain forts. It is important during war. When you have a fort, then the enemy has to capture a fort first to be able to capture surrounding provinces. So it's very important to have forts. But let's just jump in and give you a quick introduction about the interface. And then we will start playing. So, the interface. You will see I get a lot of information thrown at you at the start. Don't worry, you can always pause. So if you're unclear about something, just pause with the spacebar and the game stops. So this is not like Civilization 5, it's not turn-based, it's real-time, but you can always pause. And you can increase the speed or lower the speed, like now we're at speed 1, this is very slow, and you can go to speed 5 where you jump through time actually. So let's start with the right top menu. So here you can see your current date, the current score. You will gain score by winning wars, increasing your country, doing important stuff. You see your rank with other nations, and you can see your outliner. It's a menu where you can see what some important people of your country are doing, like your diplomats or your merchants, and whether your armies. It's also easy to quick select your army or your diplomat. You can see your navies, and you can also see other stuff like colonists when we unlock colonists, and also when you start building armies, they will also show you how many days left till the unit is built. On your right bottom corner, you will see event screen. Here you will see events from other nations, nations that you're interested in. Like, so you can hide it with. So you can filter messages from you, or filter messages of countries that you're interested in. And here you can select the countries that you want to show. It's very important. Very important. It's very handy. Like countries that you want to attack or countries that you want to ally with, that you can select them and can see what happens with them if they go to war or if they do something else. Then you have the minimap and the map mode switch bar. You have a lot of map modes, as you can see. These are all map modes. The more important ones are probably the political map modes, and you can also use shortcuts for this. Normally the first bar is the QWERTY, like Q is the first one, W, R. Okay, wait. So the most important ones are locked on the depending on which keyboard you use, on your QWERTY or keys. Yeah. So you have a lot of map modes. You can see your religious map modes, trade map mode, so you can see all the trade nodes, but we will go in further detail during the game when you start trading, etc. And then the command mode is probably the most important one. You can see which country you are, and you can see the other countries more easily colored. And then you have also diplomatic map modes. You can see to which countries you're allied with, but we don't have any allies, or which countries are vassals. If we pick Portugal, I think, yeah, they're allied with England, so they show up in blue. And then you have maybe Austria. No. I think, yeah, also allies, I think. I don't know, March. So, yeah. And then you have some other imperial map mode. It's to show the current Holy Roman Empire. It's, yeah, the only empire left, I think, at the moment. And at least that you can see. And yeah, you can see the current leader, electors, etc. It's something that we're not going to worry about in the first few episodes, but it's important to know that there's still an empire, and if you attack one of the countries that joined the empire, it's high probability that the empire will start to hate you and hit you very hard. So it's always important to check. And so yeah, and lowest bar you have a menu ledger. On this ledger you can see everything important about the other nations. For example, military, you can see the armies, and then you can see how many armies each nation has, their current manpower, which I will explain a little bit later, and their force limit, so how many maximum armies you can create. And you can see a lot of stuff. Look, military economy. So you can see how many loans they have, I think. Or not. Maybe here you can see how many loans, I think. Anyway, you can see a lot of stuff. Probably if you go here. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so a lot of stuff. History, you can see history of your nation. So yeah, short history of events that happened. These are modifiers that you can trigger, that you can try to achieve. You have to have all the, for example here, all 5 the goals to achieve extra trade efficiency. And with F or this button you can find provinces, like if you go to Sevilla, it would auto select Sevilla, and then you can see where this province is. It's very handy because sometimes you can get some claims on provinces that you don't know where they are, so it's always nice to know to find them very easily. So on the top left we will see the information about your nation, like your treasury, how much money you have, how many ducats, your manpower. Maybe I'll give you a small explanation about manpower very fast. Your manpower is how many citizens, people that you have to enroll in the army. So when you create an army, when you create a unit for your army, it will require 1,000 people, 1,000 men. So you will lose 1,000 men before to create one. You need 1,000 men. When you go to war, your regiments, like here you have 1,000 people, you will lose people during war, and then you will use this manpower to replenish this regiment again to 1,000 persons. Here you can see your stability. Stability of your country is pretty important. It gives you, if you have a positive stability, it gives you some very nice boosts. If you have a negative stability, it gives you very harsh penalties. So always try to keep it at 0, preferably at 1, to keep one safe. To be safe when your stability drops, that you don't drop to below 0. Then your prestige, it gives you a value that's that you can accumulate during the game. The higher your prestige is, the higher other nations will think of you. So when you have a high prestige and you want to do royal marriage, it will be more easily than when you have low prestige. So try to keep a positive prestige. It's not always easy, but it should be one of your focus points. And your legitimacy. This will show you how strong your heir is in your country, how strong their claim is on the throne. If your claim is very weak, you will get a lot of unrest in your country, and then rebels will spawn and will try to take over your country, so it's bad. And then you have power projection. Like it says, power projection is how powerful you are. This will help you, if you're very powerful, other countries will look high up to you, or they will fear you and they will start coalitions against you, so it's a balance. But it's also nice to have a power projection of 500 and you get some extra power points. And then you have your 3 powers. You have administrative power, you have diplomatic power, and you have military power. You will use this power to do some events in game. Like diplomatic power you will use when you're trying to enforce peace treaties. The more diplomatic power you can spend, the higher the value that you can ask in a peace treaty. Your military power, for example, you will use to increase the manpower of a certain province. Because I think I didn't mention this province maximum is this manpower maximum is counted by provinces. So each province has its own manpower, as you can see here, and so the higher the manpower in the province, the higher your total manpower will be, and you can increase this by spending military power on this province, and then your maximum manpower will be increased by 250. So yeah. But you will also use this for your technology. So it's always important to balance it, like spend some in technology, spend some in other things. So, but we will. I will explain this in more detail when again we are playing. It will be more clear. Here you see all these flags. Red flag is something that you have to take care of immediately, or try to take care of immediately if it's in your power to do so. So this one is saying I have too few rivals, so each country can pick some rivals, and this will give you bonuses when you attack them, high bonus prestige when you attack them, and etc. Then the green ones are more like things that you can do, but you don't have to do. Like you can build some buildings because you have enough ducats to build new buildings, or you can select a mission. But you won't lose the game if you don't do this. Then if you press your flag, then you can see Menu about your country, your nation. I'm going to just go quickly over the tabs, just tell them what to do, and then when we play, I will go more deeply into them. So your first tab is a government tab. Here you see your current government type, your current heir, your current ruler, uh, accepted cultures, etc. Advisors, you can hire advisors. They will cost you some buckets, but they will give you some extra power each month. Maybe something to mention, the ticks happen each month, so like you have a monthly income, of ducats, of power, etc. So also when you change something like in your trade route, it will you have to wait a month till you can see the new income from a trade route, for example. Here you can see your powers, and currently military power is focused, and you can switch this to another power, or you can disable this, and you can do this because you can do this to gain some extra power points for military, for example. You can switch this every 20 years, so you're not bound by it, but 20 years is not that short, so it's it's important to take count of slug. Then you have diplomacy. Here you can see your view of other nations, and other nations look at you. Here you can select your rivals. I'm going to do this later. And you can see how many diplomatic relations you have, so all the diplomatic stuff. Then economy tab, you can see how much income you have, how much expenses you have, what your balance is each month, and how much inflation. You can take loans here, and you can also balance the cost of army maintenance, etc. Very important, this one, to save some money during peace times. Trade, you can see all your trade properties. You can see your global trades, how much you earn from trades each month. All the trade nodes that you know of, and where you have a little bit of power or a little bit of influence. And then technology, like I mentioned, you have 3 powers. For each power there's a technology, so here you can see the bar that fills up, and for increasing your technology you have to have like 598 power. So it takes a while to save them up, but you can get some discount if you're behind the time. Like your neighbor countries, they are on level 5, then you'll probably get, and you're still on level 3, then you'll probably get some discount on how much power you have to invest. But if you increase very fast and you are ahead of your other nations, then you will get penalties. So always try to avoid paying technology when you have a penalty, but sometimes you have to, if you have nothing else to spend on. Then you have the ID step. When you unlock level 5 of administrative technology, then you can unlock a national ID. These IDs are very different, and they're also divided by power. So if you select an ID, then you will have to use power to unlock all the different stages of the ID until you have the full ID unlocked. And if you start unlocking one of these, then you will start unlocking your national IDs, like I mentioned before, your goals from your nation. in the previous screen. The missions and decisions. You can always have one active mission. They are always very useful. They will give you some kind of direction where you want, where you are going to. So if you don't know what to do, then you can always check your missions to see what they want. For example, one of the missions is to conquer Grenada, because this is not a country that you own. So one of the missions is finish Reconquista, and then we'll give you some bonuses for a period of time. You can only do one mission at a time. Sometimes if you select a mission, other missions will disappear, so it's always, if you think you can do 2 missions, then always pick the one that you can do the fastest, so that you can also do the other mission, if you're able to do them, of course. Then you have national decisions. These are decisions that you will unlock during the game. They are decisions that you unlock during the game, like when you do some special stuff, like gain some, like have a theologian from advisors. You can hire a theologian, and then you will unlock this one, and then with this one, and then you can get this bonus. Stability and expansion window. Here you can see your stability. You can push your stability, your war exhaustion. If you're in war, your country will accumulate war exhaustion. The higher war exhaustion is, the worse it is for your country. Your people will get unrest, and they will start to they will start to fight. Here you can see your all the rebels that are possible to break out. Currently we won't have any, because everybody's happy, but during the game some events will happen that will force this, or if you, for example, take over a Muslim province and you are Catholic, then this province will be in a very high unrest, because their culture and their religion is fighting with your accepted culture and religion, and then they will get unrest, and then you have to convert them, etc. But you will see this during the game. Here you can see your religion tab, your tolerance towards other religions, not very high apparently with Catholics, and your papal influence. Like I did not mention this below, but here you can see your papacy, your papal influence. You can use this influence to do some actions, or you can do this to invest in becoming the papal, to get a higher chance to be chosen as the Pope. So yeah, religion, and you can also become Defender of the Faith. This is very dangerous, because then every holy war you get invites for. So, but it gives you also some very nice bonuses. So it's a bit tricky one. And here you can see your military status, your leaders. Very nice leader, actually. Oh yeah, decent leader. You can see your units that you currently have, your level of units. As you start unlocking technology levels, then you can also, I will start unlocking new unit types, and then you can update your current units to the new units. Here you can also see your naval units, and you can see your force limits. Like we have 23 forces, like 22 here and 1 here, and we can have 29. You can always have more forces, but if you go over your force limit, you will start paying a penalty for maintaining this force. Here you can see your naval force limit, your military tactics, discipline, etc. And how many forts you have. And you can also modball your forts. You can, because now your forts require maintenance cost each month. If you modball your forts, they will cost no maintenance cost each month, but they will not protect your provinces and the surrounding provinces. So during war, try to keep up your forts maintenance. And then subjects, but we don't have any subjects, so we can't click on this. So I'm going to explain you one more menu, which I already showed you very fast. But this is when you select a province. So you can see all the provinces. You can select every province, also from your from other countries, even countries that are in fog of war. You can see a fog of war. And so let's explain a little bit. So here you can see what type of terrain this province has. This is very, very important to know, because like if you attack on a hillside, then it's better to defend on a hillside than to attack on a hillside. So you get, as attacker, you get a penalty, and you don't want that. You can also see that there are rivers flowing between other provinces. This is also important when you're moving your armies over a river. They will also get a penalty. Here you can see your current development of your province. You can increase your base tax with administrative power. You can increase your production with diplomatic power. You can increase your military, your maximum manpower, etc. with military power. And here you can see the total of your development. So yeah, here you can see a little bit of your tax income, production income. This is what you earn in this province per month. You can see the local unrest, local autonomy, which countries has a core and claim on this province. But I will explain this in greater detail when you start playing. And the queue from your production of navies, of armies. Here you can see your military stats, maximum manpower, supply limit. Supply limit is, for example, if this has a supply limit of 20, if I go with an army of 22 regiments on this province, I will get a penalty on this army. They will start losing people, because the supply limit is too low for 22. It's you will see a skull, a small skull symbol, so try to keep notice of it. And here you can see your, like we were in Madrid, you can see your fort level. For example, in Toledo we have a fort level of 1. And here you can turn it off manually to start modballing it. Maybe it's not too bad. Like for example, if you have forts near enemy country, you will want to keep this maintained. But forts that are very far away, you can keep unmaintained. And then you also have your trade power here, and the goods produced, etc. And which good is produced on this province. And here you can see your buildings, and you have you can unlock more buildings as your development increases. So it used to be that you can build, I think, everything everywhere without the development costs, but now they're limited since the last expansion pack that you need to unlock, which I think is not a bad idea. And this is a symbol for this is a capital, and this is a trading port. So yeah, that was a small introduction about the game. I hope you found this interesting. Next episode will be, we will start doing some gameplay stuff, and we will see how far we get. I'm not sure if I will finish this gameplay. I might start just force some things to show you how combat works and how trading works, etc. And then we will start a new series where we will play for real, and but we will see. Maybe this campaign will go very smooth, and then we will just continue, because it's also nice to have a good campaign. So thank you for watching, and I hope you liked it. If you liked it, press the like button. If you didn't like it, you can always leave a comment below, and I will try to take notice of them and get to you as soon as possible. So thank you for watching, and bye.